How's it going, guys? And welcome to this live showdown between Dob Plays, who's going to be playing the Dark Elves, led by Mommy Dearest, and Black Iron Battles, who's going to be playing, for a second I actually thought it was a Goblin. So in the selection screen, he did indeed pick the Crooked Moon. And I'm not sure if Dob took the bait and assumed it was going to be an all-Goblin army, but it looks like he does have a bit of a combination force. So in the front line, Black Iron Battles has some Savage Orcs, so it looks like in total he does have 3 groups of Savage Orcs. He's got some lads out on the flanks, a couple groups of Nasty Skulkers, probably just to disrupt any big targets or cav or just apply the smoke bomb, which is always so good and tasty. Then on top of that, on the flanks here, he does have 2 groups of, well, for a sec, there was actually lag. I was like, these aren't Nasty Skulkers, these are Biggins. So he does actually have 2 groups of Orc Boy Biggins, which, if they're able to sit on the Hydra, they'll definitely do a lot of damage with their bonus first large and high DPS, and it looks like our lag is going to subside here in just a moment. And on top of that, they'll honestly trade probably pretty effectively with like low tier infantry, so like Bleak Swords, Dread Spears, maybe even against Black Art Corsairs. For his leadership, he does have a Squig. It looks like a Night Goblin Squig. Wouldn't it be cool if you could have like a legendary Squig Lord? But he does have a Night Goblin War Boss with the Tormentor Sword. He has a Goblin Big Boss Buddy, and he's got an Orc Shaman. Oh yes, Foot of Gork. Big old chubby Foot of Gork coming in with the other standard spells, and 2 groups of Black Orcs in the back line. So definitely a pretty interesting army. Savage Orcs can really annihilate low tier Dark Elf infantry. So if they're fighting against like Bleak Swords, Dread Spears, things like that, they can definitely perform, but against like more elite troops, they're just going to do nothing against the armor. But the Black Art Corsairs with handbows, very good against Savage Orcs. They can kite them, and if they do get caught, at least they do have 80 armor. So in the front, the Hydra does get a breath. It looks like he just like threw up at the last second. He just melts those Savage Orcs, and these guys are going to have a bad time. So Dob Plays doing a lot of shock damage to the Savage Orcs. In the front, the other ones are going to be colliding with these Bleak Swords, and this is going to be a good engagement for Black Iron. But the problem being is that these Savage Orcs here, like I said, are just going to get monster mashed and just annihilated by this Hydra and the Melkos and the Witch Elves and just all that damage coming in. So Dob is able to crack that formation and send those Savage Orcs running. Granted, Black Iron has a ton of auxiliary. He's got some Biggins, he's got Black Orcs, he's got a Goblin War Boss back there just kind of in the wings. And it looks like this Goblin Big Boss is going to get taken out by Marathi, so a very good pick for Dob Plays here. And this Big Boss is definitely going to get messed up pretty bad. Marathi's a really good duelist, especially against large targets. And the Big Boss, believe it or not, is large. So on the flanks here, Black Iron Battle and his Depths Creepers are kind of just, getting some shots over here at the Hydra, it looks like. Not doing the most damage, but now the big boys are here. So the Black Orcs are coming in. And the Bleak Swords in the center pocket did take a lot of damage from some of those Savage Orcs, but the Hydra is going to be tough to get, because some of the Harpies from Dob Plays are actually on these rusty areas here in the back. Should be able to shut them down. And let's see, so we got Night Goblins here, we got some Orc Biggins, so it looks like they're going to be routing to the pressure of the Witch Elves. Bouncing power is relatively even right now. In the back here, it looks like Dob is also able to get some Harpies here, and I'm not sure what they're actually doing back here. I don't know why they would go after the Skulkers, but the Unbreakable Regiment for now, the Warlords boys, I'm pretty sure they're, oh no, those are actually the Armor Sundering variant. So they're going to be fighting against these Bleak Swords, some of these Harpies, and probably having a pretty bad time. So in the main fight, you can see that the Greenskins are actually in a decent situation. So they do get a smoke bomb on Marathi here. Some of these Black Orcs are here to surround, but the Goblin Big Boss getting whooped on. It looks like a Soul Blight coming in, putting his armor down to 10, and some other debuffs, but Marathi is also getting gatted down, so it's just such a close fight. If Marathi were to fall here, that could be pretty good. It looks like some of these guys are coming in to try and prison Shanker. Oh, and the Squig is on the hunt. The Squig can get Marathi. That could be it. Some friendly fire coming in. Marathi's at 82 HP, and it looks like she's actually going to shatter. So a very, very good catch there for Black Iron. From what looks to be a pretty rough start in that initial frontline engagement. And they also get their Marathi? What the? I was like, Marathi and Hydra just in my mind. But anyways, this Night Goblin War Boss as well as the Big Boss. It looks like they're hunting the Hydra. Definitely a huge mistake that I often make, letting that Hydra go. You need to chase that thing off because it's going to regenerate and just come back so angry now that it's able to stabilize. So the Hydra's going to come back, and it might be tough for the Greenskins to deal with that. So a lot of Black Orcs still fighting here in the main line against some of these Black Iron and Nagaron. Definitely going to favor the Black Orcs. They're just, more meant for fighting enemy armored infantry. Harganeth Executioners do have very good stats, but they just won't be able to last in sustained combat versus Black Orcs, who hit much harder and also have a much higher HP pool. But the Hydra is a very good answer against Black Orcs, so if he's able to kite with these handbows, pick off a lot of the Greenskin infantry, get a really good breath attack here in this blob, I think that Dob Plays should be okay. Over here in the back, it's a bit of a wash. You can see Savage Orcs are just fighting Witch Elves. It's just absolute madness, and there's Harpies swooping in here. And Savage Orcs definitely will just the battle of the naked people over here, so it's gonna be pretty atrocious. These Witch Elves definitely very squishy as well, but it looks like the Orcs are gonna buckle under that pressure. A couple Biggins fighting, but let's see. It looks like the Mangy Marauders for Black Iron Battles are still alive, and they could definitely do a lot of work against those Witch Elves over there. So the Orc Shaman's coming in here. Looks like he's in pretty good shape. Shake and bake. He's in pretty good shape. He does have 43 kills. Might have gotten a foot of Gork. I hope I didn't miss it, but the Black Orcs, of course, with the buff of the Wab from the Night Goblin, that's a bold strategy, Cotton, getting in there. But it pays off. He's able to get that Hydra, and I think that Black Iron Battles might take this battle. It looks like he does have the Orc Shaman coming in full health. There's some handbows here who can kite and do pretty well, but ultimately I think the Orcs are going to be able to chase them down. He needs to be very careful not to lose this War Boss, because if the War Boss gets picked off, if Dov is able to snipe him here and the Hydra is able to break distance and heal, I think that there could be a mass tear out for the Greenskins. Granted, there is still an Orc Shaman there that's in pretty good shape, but Black Iron Battle is not one for caution. He's going to charge in here and just go balls deep. Takes a massive volley to the face. Oh no, Squig! Oh no! He just got picked off. So man, getting a little bit aggressive there. I think he wanted to get a Tormentor Sword. I think I saw him use it earlier, and it must be off cooldown now. So he's probably going to try and pin those guys down, but unfortunately he was picked off. In the back, looks like the Morgul's Mage Marauders are just trolling in the realm. They're just chasing down some of these Black Ark Corsairs. The Witch Elves are chasing off Nasty Skulkers, so it still could be okay. If the Hydra can turn around and get a big breath attack, and you can see Black Iron Battles. Looks like he might be reforming ranks here, but oh, that's not good. The War Hydra coming back. He's a little bit clumped up right here, because sometimes when they're marching and coming out of attack orders, they can bunch up like that. Oh no, and he just takes a massive roast right to the face. But it didn't do that much, actually. I was expecting a lot more damage. For any of you guys who have been using breath attacks and things like that, I would definitely recommend going from the side, but in that situation, I would have done the exact same thing. I don't think he has time for that. He probably just wants to get it off and get the cooldown on, because he probably has another cast. And you can see here Black Iron's going to then fan out his formations, realizing what happened there, and he's going to keep pushing forward. So the Black Orcs are going to be advancing. Dov will run out of ammo eventually, and he'll have to fight, and this Orc Shaman can definitely lead the way. If he has any Winds of Magic left, it looks like the Black Orcs are just going to be marching forward here. The Hydra's going to be charging in, so they probably will turn and fight in just a moment. In the back, the Death Creepers, it looks like they might have attacked the Witch Elves, and I think they did. They should probably win with the poison. They're both actually wavering. But I think the Morgubs, oh, those are Mage Marauders. So these guys definitely doing Gork and Morg proud. They're able to fend off those Witch Elves there on the far side, and every little thing counts in a game like this. The Handbows are going to be engaging here, probably doing a last timing push with the Hydra. So here comes the Hydra. It's going to be pushing in there and probably going after the Orc Shaman, because Orcs without leadership definitely suffer. As that guy does provide some encouragement, but the Black Orcs will just mash all over these these Black Ark Corsairs right here. And it looks like Dov is going to be coming in with the other group, maybe getting us around. So maybe he'll come like up and under. But it looks like Dov is able to turn the tide. So the Black Orcs are fighting. The Orc Shaman's actually terrified, I think, or he's actually naturally broken, which is really bad because the Hydra can just push him off the battlefield. Dread Spears are coming in. And honestly, I think that might be it. So I really thought it was over for Dov, but just through attrition and good play with his Hydra, it looks like he might be able to clinch this game. But Black Orcs are strong, guys. They're just going to go to town, like I said before. 40 kills in these ones. It looks like these guys are at 65. Just going to fight for their lives here in the desert. Man, Black Orcs look so damn cool with the Crooked Moon scheme. I really like the kind of blue and yellow. They really pop. But anyways, here the Black Orcs are fighting. 35 models in these Black Orcs to 28. Looks like there is going to be some Orc Biggins coming back into the fight. But honestly, I think there's not enough to stop the Hydra. So the Hydra's coming back in. It's finally at its healing cap. So like I said earlier in the cast, guys, you really need to chase off that Hydra. And had Black Iron Battles, kept the Goblin Big Boss on it and had forced it off the battlefield, that would have 100% been a win. But regardless, very well played to both players. It was still a lot of fun to watch. And I always enjoy myself some Crooked Moon mind games. It's always so annoying on ladder when someone picks Crooked Moon. It's like, do I expect the masked goblins? But it forces you to pick a bit of an unorthodox army. Granted, I think that Dov saw the bait coming and picked like a well-rounded army. The Hydra's obviously meant against Black Orcs, and Handbow's pretty good against most Greenskin infantry stuff. So, but yeah, Marathi's a really good pick. She's great at sniping out Greenskin Lords, and from my recent experiences, she actually seems to be able to take out Lords like Azag in a one-on-one duel, which is pretty insane because of her items. Granted, if Azag were to kite and use like the Spirit Leech, but Soul Stealer actually kind of counterbalances that a little bit at a higher cost of Winds of Magic. But yeah, like Marathi's really good. She can goon enemy lords and greenskin heroes if you're really good at your cycle charging and timing. So I definitely like that pick from Dov. And the rest of his army, the one thing, the Blackguard and Nogron, I feel like you don't need them too much against the Arachnoid Queen. Or, I mean, that's probably why he brings it, because you don't need that against like Greenskin Cav. It's just there for the Queen. So that's probably what he was thinking. He was probably thinking there was going to be a spider, and had there been, certainly would have paid off. Because his only AP would have been the Blackguard and the Hydra. And for Black Iron Battles, I like the army. I thought the Goblin Big Boss was definitely pretty heroic, shattering Marathi early. That definitely could have that could have been it. But really, I think the Hydra, just like its durability and his ability to keep it away from missile pressure, was very good. And, Black Iron Battles had some missile play, but definitely not enough to just punish a Hydra. So very well played to both players. Dob plays in Black Iron Battles. Thanks again for them for playing. And, it definitely helps quite a bit. If you guys wonder why I like to cast a lot of games from other folks, it gives me time to rest my gimpy old hand. So as such, please make sure to check out Dob Plays and Black Iron for providing this dank content. And that's pretty much it for now. So thanks again for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we will see you guys soon.